All right, what's going on, everyone? Everyone watching, wherever you are. My name is Derek P. Fields, and this is the Gridiron Blitz. And we are back with your One Pride podcast for June 2nd, 2020, presented by ISN. And I am in the building with my fellas. But before we do that, y'all got to know.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
That's right. Don't let anybody tell you any different. We are tonight's entertainment. And I am here with my co-hosts from ISN, the fellas. We are live with Noble Sports Entertainment. What's up, my man?
What's up, everybody? Let's get it cracking. Let's get it popping. Let's have a party.
That's what's up. That is what's up. Appreciate that. We are also in the building with my man TROXEL'S Sports Talk. What's up, man?
What's going on, everybody?
All right, all right. Trav, that's all you got for me, bro? Like, that's it.
Hey,
that was kind of dry.
hey, just trust me. I'm waiting for the topic.
So you
to come
you
out.
telling me that you saving it? That's what you're trying to tell me. Okay,
it.
all right. Because I need all you got, baby. I need all you got. And we are here with also Mark Orum of ORUM'S Forum, the newest member of ISN. What's going on, Mark?
What's going on, guys, man? Let's get this show rolling, man. I'm pumped up. Let's go.
Hey, Mark, you always pumped up. I see you, man. And I'm telling you, if I saw you, bro, when I saw you smack your hands, I'd be a little nervous. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. But before we go any further, I got to give a special shout out to Detroit Legend Sportscast, who just became a member. I appreciate that, Willie. You didn't have to do that, man, but I appreciate that as well. And before we move on, we got to give a special shout out to two guys that usually rock with us. Okay, MICROMIKE and the DERRN. The DERRN is dealing with things being in Minnesota, and he is unable to make it today. So our prayers go out to the DERRN. And also the Kool-Aid man himself, Trav, fellas, I think he had too much Kool-Aid and he overdosed.
Drunk.
Yeah, he must be drunk or something.
Drunk off the
He's
Kool-Aid.
so on the Kool-Aid, y'all, that it gave him a slight fever, and he is out of commission. So we said the show got to go on, so we put on our big boy pants, and here we go to give y'all the best show possible. So Noble Sports Entertainment, who do we got in the building today, man?
Man, let's go ahead and get this thing rocking. Let's see who we got in the building with us on tonight. Bleed the Hype is in the building. Andrew Lunsford is in the building. Shadow Chief is in the building on tonight. Kool-Aid and Cornbread, the coolest name on the internet. Jorge is in the building. What's up, Jorge? Also, Yugi is in the building. Gridiron Yugi is in the building. Also, we got Detroit Legend Sportscast is in the building. Mr. Dope is in the building on today. That dude is live. He's in the building on today. Who else we got out there? Yugi Rex, M Blaze is in the building. Detroit Rage is in the building. Shane is in the building. What's up, fellas? What's going on, everybody?
Everybody's in the building. Appreciate that. Y'all rocking. Now, Trav, likes are very important to any broadcast or podcast. Let the people know about the likes.
Hey, if you haven't hit that like button, definitely do so. Shout out to the 23 thumbs up that we do have.
Man, 23.
Yep. Well, now
Wow.
24. Appreciate
24.
that.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Man, that is amazing. We appreciate y'all for real.
And if you guys are not subscribed to the Gridiron Blitz or any member of the panel, definitely do so and hit that join button to become a Gridiron Blitz member.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. Same goes for TROXEL'S Sports Talk as well. Now, fellas, I do have a couple more. I got a couple new sounds to the soundboard. So if you ever want me to cue it up, I've got this one's for dedicated to MICROMIKE. He specifically asked me to put these on. These are from the 1995 game Killer Instinct, for those of you who remember.
Combo Breaker.
I've got that one, and I also have
Ultra Combo.
So if anybody get out of line and we got a combo break them, I got the sound bites, all right? So make sure you let me know so I can cue that up. Again, thank you, Willie, for the membership, man. I hope all is well with everybody. Now, we're going to start with a little bit of old news from last week. It's not breaking news. It's not even new news. But, hey, this came out last week.
Talked about. It has to be talked about.
It does have to be talked about, man, because he inspired me, brother. Like, I had some McDonald's, and we're talking about Jared Davis and his absolutely insane body transformation The pictures were up last week on, I think it was his Twitter, somebody's Twitter, and the man is jacked. I mean, he looks defined. And man, TA, you wanted to talk about this, man. What do you feel about that? Like, how is that going to increase his play?
Well, hey, you know, it's a good thing, man. This is something, you know, anytime it's all about the money and you and the money is the situation that's at hand, you're gonna have to go out there and lift weights and get stronger. And that's what he did, man. He knew that this season was cash me out season. And if you want to be cashed out at the end of the season, you got to go transform that McDonald's body into a to a sculpture. So definitely, man, I'm rocking out with Davis because he knows that this means a lot. Everything is on the line. That's the reason why they didn't give him a contract extension. And I just feel that right now he's putting on his best show to be able to go out there and be solid for the Lions this year. And hopefully he will be better. I think that the Lions will be better utilizing him and moving him more to the outside than being in that inside because it's just exposing him too much. And if he goes to the outside, I think he'll be able to do a little bit better and he'll be able to rush the quarterback a little bit better too.
I agree with that. TA, I know you said before, I heard you say this before about Jarrad Davis over pursuing. And I believe that he does do that. They declined his option. And I think that's that gave him a sign, but he was already getting fit before that. So now he has extra motivation. And I think with a change from middle linebacker to outside, he will do better. Travis, what are your thoughts? I know you talked about it already, man, but on the insane transformation by one Jarrad Davis.
You know, I think he got the memo. I think he got the memo that, you know, with them declining the 5th-year option, I think that he knows that, hey, I got to perform this year. And if not, you know, I'm going to be out the league. Whether it's with the Detroit Lions or, you know, he's showing out for another team, he has to show up.
Yeah.
And I think he got the message. And man, he looks amazing.
Hey, look, you know what they say? They say
he needs some milk.
And he got some. That's definitely because they said, hey, y'all remember them commercials, milk does a body good?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he must have heard the soundbite and he had stocked up on milk, y'all. Mark Orum, how do you feel about the transformation, man? We know Jarrad Davis, he has a lot of missed tackles. In my opinion, over pursues as well. And the Lions declined that option. He got the memo, obviously, but do you think his physical changing of his body is going to improve him as a player on the field?
Well, the one thing that I think for sure is that when a guy does that, for sure that his level of play should rise. It's a contract year, like everybody's saying in the panel, and he needs to show up. And if he doesn't show up, he's not going to get paid, man. This is a contract year. He's looking for that big check, right? And he's 250 pounds lean. Like, man, like when I saw the pictures, man, like I was like, holy, I couldn't believe he's jacked, man. That kid is jacked. Yeah. So I just hope that, like, I still don't think he's going to be able to cover tight ends. I'm hoping he can, but like, I'm hoping he can, but he looks quicker. That's for sure, man. He definitely looks quicker, man. It's a contract year.
Yes, it is.
Got the memo, like Troxel said. Let's go,
man. Mark, a RoboCop came in, and I thought he took you over, baby. I thought because you was in and out, but we got through the sentence, man. We got through the sentence.
Your move, creep.
So, hey, it's okay, Mark. It's all right, man. Hey, so my feeling about yeah, you was in and out, bro. It must be what's going on, man. But my thing is Jarrad Davis, in my opinion, he's underperformed. He's had flashes where you just like, man, like he had the look about him last year, and then he injured his ankle, and it seems like he never was the same after that. And I feel like he did get the memo, obviously, but the thing that I'm pleased about is there's no way he gets in that great a shape before the memo. I mean, this was only, a month ago, 6 weeks ago? There's no way you get in that good of shape if you just started doing this. Trust me, I know. Because when I saw the picture, the cheeseburger I was about to eat, I literally threw out the window. I said, you know what? I can't do this, man. Jarrad Davis looks good. And I think it will help him. And like Mark said, he's got a leanness. He looks like he's going to be more lean this coming year. Is there anything else you gentlemen want to touch on with that?
Nah, that's it.
Jared Davis. Hey, I'm gonna put. This might sound a little weird. It might, and I ain't trying to freak nobody out, but I might put a picture up of JD. Just if I ever go in the refrigerator and just be like, you know what, I'm gonna have to put this back. And actually, guys, he inspired me to kind of change my eating over the last couple of days. So I think that he will be better on the field, and he got that memo, man. So I can't wait to see this guy perform in a contract year. So hopefully that does go well. We're going to move on to the next question. It's so much talk about Matthew Stafford. Okay, Matthew Stafford sold his house, and he can't win any games and things like that. And I saw it's kind of a combination question. So we're going to take it in parts, but it's all about Matthew Stafford. We were talking about Matthew Stafford being potentially a top 10 QB in the league this year. Now, in addition to that, Matthew Stafford, his ability to potentially lead us to a playoff game. So we're just going to take the first part of that. Do you think, Troxel Sports Talk, that our quarterback, one Matthew Stafford, will be a top 10 quarterback for the 2020 season?
If healthy, absolutely. I even have him being in the top 3.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
wait a minute, Travis. Wait, hold on. We got to back up.
He needs some milk.
Oh my God. Yeah. Hey. So Travis, you said top 3. I want to make sure that I heard you
top
correctly.
3.
Okay. All right. So top 3. If he's number 3, who's number 1? Who's number 2? Because I got to see what kind, where he's ranking it now.
I will say number 1 will be the defending MVP and Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, and then Drew Brees, and then our Detroit Lions quarterback, one Mr. Matthew Stafford.
Really?
John Matthew
yeah,
Stafford.
say his name.
Okay.
John Matthew Stafford.
I am the one
Matthew
who knocks,
Stafford.
right? Absolutely. So, Trav, you guys to elaborate on number 3, man. I can see top 10. I could even see maybe 5, but 3, you got to tell the people why you feel that way.
Okay, well, for one, Matthew Stafford has always carried this franchise. Even when we had no talent and talent. He had Megatron, he had Golden Tate, he had only a lot of receivers. Never had a real run game.
Yep.
Has made the playoffs, about 4 or 5 times?
He's made the playoffs
3
times.
3 times.
3 times.
2011, 2014, and his last one was 2016.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 3 times. Okay. Made the playoffs 3 times with no run game.
Right.
Never had a consistent defense with that as well. The man, when healthy, he delivers. And you telling me he got weapons at the wide receiver, weapons at the tight end position, weapons in the run game, an upgrade to the offensive line, and the only question mark really is, do we have the pass rush there for that defense? Because if we do, we have a defense.
Yes, sir.
Well, we already know the answer to that, but we done talked about that defensive line, man.
Hey, shout out to Gavin Petty. He said, what do you call it? Everson Griffin to the Lions would be dang.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, we've been
this
screaming
whole
it all
show will
season.
turn into
All
an
season.
Everson Griffin promo. Okay. All right. That's crazy. So Travis, you saying no, he hasn't had any help around him. He either has an offense, no defense. He has receivers, no running game. So with him having all of these in place, healthy squad, he can be a top 10, but in your eyes, potentially even a top 3.
Yes. If
Wow.
healthy.
If healthy. I think that's the biggest thing. And it's kind of weird that we're using the words "if healthy" with Matthew Stafford, because the guy played 8 consecutive seasons, but even one of those with a broken back. And then he played started 8 consecutive seasons and tried. If it was up to him, fellas, he would have never sat down last season.
Yeah, we had to protect him from himself.
We literally did. We got at least a good 2 years out the man. We got to protect him from himself. Now, TA, top 10, Matthew Stafford. And we'll come back to Travis about that second part of the question after we get Mark's answer as well. TA, Matthew Stafford, if healthy, top 10 quarterback. Oh, Mike, I hope you're not listening because I don't know. I'm not.
Oh no, don't do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, you make this case really hard right now.
Okay.
I know a lot of people want to say top 3, top 5, but I'm a realist when it comes to this thing. I'm gonna say healthy Matthew Stafford between 7 and 10, somewhere in there. 7 to 10, because I know there's so many other quarterbacks that have a good team, is pretty good, and hadn't had to go through the injuries that Matthew Stafford has to go in. We still have an unproven offensive line, so Matthew Stafford only goes if this offensive line is better this season. If this offensive line is a little bit better than what it was last year, then I say definitely 7 at the most for Stafford. I just want to keep him in that range. I don't want to push him up way too high, because I know he has the capability of being a top 3 quarterback, but I just kind of want to think realistically with him from coming back from those injuries. I'm going to say Matthew Stafford at 7. I'm going to put him at 7 top. If I had to pick a top 10, I'm going to pick the number 7 for Stafford because I pretty much feel he's coming back off the injury. He had a phenomenal season going last year, but I just still think that it's time for him to gel with that offensive line. And if that offensive line gels, then maybe I could be wrong and he could be a top 5 quarterback. But right now, I'm going to keep him at that top tier of 7.
Okay. 7.
The number 7.
The number 7. We got the DERRN in the chat. Now, typically we don't go to the chat this early, but that's our dude right there. Says, need to start with top 10. We need to make sure we have a run game and can protect him first. But then he shouts out TA with the hashtag realist. So I think the DERRN. I think the DERRN is
go ahead, DERRN. Yeah,
with you. Okay, DERRN, we miss you, baby. Stay safe. Stay safe,
Absolutely.
you and the family,
Stay
man.
safe.
Yeah, shout out to the DERRN.
Shout out to the DERRN.
Shout out,
you know
DERRN.
what? I think TA, you might have made MICROMIKE's fever spike, okay? And I hope that he's not listening to you because he's going crazy Super Saiyan, and he's probably running up a fever going Super Saiyan. That's insane.
Yes.
Get better, Mike. Get better. Now, Mark, we're going to come to you on that question. We've got top 3 from Travis. We've got top 7 from TA. What are your beliefs on Matthew Stafford, if healthy, being a top 10 quarterback for the 2020 season?
Okay, man. I'll tell you one thing, man. I'm the biggest Matthew Stafford fan going out there. I'm a homer for him. I have a big man crush on that kid, man. I think he can definitely. I'm telling you, man. The disrespect for him is real in Detroit, man. Detroit fans that don't like us, they don't give him enough credit as is, and he is, in my eyes, a top 5, top 7 quarterback already in the NFL alone. So, and we all seen what he was doing last year under Bevel. He was on pace for 40 touchdowns, 5,000 yards, and that's without a running game. That was extremely impressive. I never seen anything like that. Like, you don't usually see that, man, because like when you play the Lions, the defenses are, the one thing they're thinking is we got to stop Matthew. We have to stop that running game. I mean, that passing game, because they don't have a running game. So now we bring in a guy like, they bring in a guy like DeAndre Swift, hopefully a healthy carry on. The weapons we have, everyone's looking good so far. Marvin Jones, Kenny Golladay, Hawk. We got Hunter Bryant hopefully coming in, Cephas. We got all kinds. We got the weapons are there. But the one thing that is a little concerning is the O-line for sure. It is that guard spot, especially for me. But I love the 2 guards we drafted. But I see potential top 5, top 7, easy, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I can see that as well. Well, here's where I'm at. Matthew Stafford doesn't get the praise that he should, and it's because he's a Detroit Lion, okay? We have had some of the greatest players at specific positions, a la Barry Sanders, and Calvin Johnson, who, by the way, will be eligible for the Hall of Fame after this season. Okay, wow. Expect that man to be in a gold jacket. Matthew Stafford, his third year, took us to the playoffs. He has thrown first quarterback to get to 40,000 yards. Okay, that first year had a stellar season, and with a broken back, he was able to amass in 8 games, 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Okay, with the broken back. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I could tell the man was hurt. He scrambled in the Arizona Cardinal game, and I said, he looking like he's holding something between his legs, like he's running, trying not to drop it. And I said, his back looks. So the point I'm trying to make is, even at 31 or 32, whatever Matthew Stafford will be this year, he has the ability to win. We have never had a solid full team around him. We've been lacking in some facet of the team. So do I think he can? Absolutely. I just don't know if the Lions have done enough to protect this guy. But I do think that the threat of DeAndre Swift is going to change a lot of that, because this guy is a threat. And if Kerryon is healthy, Kerryon, got to remind you that he can run. He has some agility as well, fellas. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he can put a couple guys on skates, but he can also truck you as well.
Right.
Shout out to Jeff Heath, who's still trying to recover from that truck. So with that being said, will this be the year that Matthew Stafford takes the Lions to win our first playoff game in, what is this, guys? Almost 30 years, right? We're pushing 30 years. Yeah. Does this man and this team take us to our first playoff win in almost 3 decades? What do you think, Travis Troxel?
Absolutely. I have him as the 3rd best quarterback in the NFL. I think if he's healthy, we employ the run game and we employ the pass rush, and we're able to get our linebackers in our secondary in better positions than we did last year. Absolutely, he has enough to get him into the playoffs. And I think we can even win a playoff game since 1991. So absolutely, the man deserves this win. He has done so much, not only for the Detroit community, the city, the state, and this team. The man deserves to have playoff wins underneath his belt, and the time is now.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a undeniable yes, Travis. Is that what I'm hearing from you?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Now, gentlemen, we are today 100 days from the NFL season. And as we get closer to that, our predictions will hold heavier weight. So I want y'all to remember that, okay? Because the people look up to us, and we got to come through. All right? Yep. So, Travis, we're going to hold you more accountable, as we will all of us, as the season approaches. All right, Mark Orum, do you think Matthew Stafford will get his first playoff win, or the Lions' first playoff win in almost 30 years?
Absolutely, he will. That offense alone, I think, is going to take him as far as they can go. The only thing they worried about, like I said before, was a little bit of that O-line play and that D-line play. But if we're going to just talk about offensively, I think that offense alone can win playoff games. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes, I believe so as well. Now, TA, I saved you for last, man, because you're the hashtag residential realist. I think you have taken I was the residential pessimist. So you are the residential realist. I think Trav is on the Kool-Aid, and Mark seems like he might be on a little bit as well. Maybe not the whole thing, but some of it. Okay.
I'm definitely sipping it. I'm sipping it.
You said, well, you know what we all do. We would if we said we didn't, we would be lying. So TA got a little stash underneath the bed that he sipped when his wife ain't looking. I know it's all right. All right. So Noble Sports Entertainment. What do you think, man? Is this the year that Matthew Stafford leads the Detroit Lions to their first playoff win since your boy was 12 years old? That would be me. Okay, 1991. Okay, what do you think, man?
Man, a lot of things got to happen for this to happen for Matthew Stafford, it's going to be a lot of things that need to happen. I got to be real with it. I'm afraid, guys. I'm going into the season kind of a little afraid, not knowing what's going to happen, because we come into the season hyped up every single season. And believe me, I drink the Kool-Aid every season thinking that, yay, hurrah, hurrah, we're going to do some things. And it backfires in our face. And I don't want it to backfire in my face, man. The realization of it is that, yes, Matt Stafford has to be better. The offensive line has to be better. And we all know that. We talked about it so many times. But the biggest thing and the biggest notion that I want to put in and interject into this conversation is that, can we really win and can we do it? Yes, we can do it, but I'm still afraid that the team may not go to where we want it to go, and that's the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I still think that they might end up coming a little short, and I'm just trying to be a little real to it. I don't want to drink too much Kool-Aid.
You're trying to keep us level-headed, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
We do this every year.
I am pumping. I want to see my Lions. Yeah. I want to see the Lions go to the playoffs, but being a realist, they could end up coming a little short, like a game or so short, because they do have what we have to understand, guys, is that they do have a tough schedule. You got to understand this too. The Lions were 0-6 in divisional games last year. So now you have to come back this season and right the wrongs, you know what I'm saying, that you didn't get right last season. So you're starting off the first two games. Those are divisional games. Those are very important games, starting off with the Chicago Bears, starting off with the Green Bay Packers. Those are two important games. You could possibly be 0-2 if you do not come to play. So the realization of it is just, yes, I want the Lions to go to the playoffs, but in my heart of hearts, we could end up falling short, guys.
Yeah, well, you know what's funny, TA, is that you mentioned that is according to, I think it's NFL Network, that the NFC North, they broke down everybody's toughest schedule, the toughest 4-game stretch in the schedule. Yeah. And we've talked about this, gentlemen. I'll put this out on, and then I'll answer my question, but I'll answer my question first. I think that's a lot to ask of the Lions. I think it is. Do I want them to be the San Francisco 49ers of this year? Absolutely. We also have a 7th spot open, okay? So they could sneak in there. I think it's a lot to ask. However, if we get a solid defense, we've seen what the offense to do. Right. The offense can get up by 18. The defense lets you come back from 18.
Exactly,
okay? Yep. So we need, shout out to Detroit Rage, who mentioned that in the chat.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yep,
absolutely.
Right about that.
Absolutely. We got to get a guy like Everson Griffin. Shout out to Everson Griffin. Mm-hmm. Or we got to get a stud, man. We really do to put some pressure on the quarterback. With that being said, we tighten up that defense. We stuff that middle. Yep. If Jeff Okudah can do what we got him to do, we very well could get that 7th spot. And depending on, I think depending on who we get, because that 7th seed plays the I forgot how it is, guys. I think they play because the only team that gets the bye week is the 1st seed. So first seed, yeah. So I forgot who plays who, but depending on that, I think they could. But I think it's a lot to ask, fellas. I really do. I really think it's a lot to ask.
Can I interject a little bit?
Absolutely, interject away.
Okay,
I was gonna. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Mark. I'll let you go first.
Oh, okay, no, like I was just gonna say, like, don't you guys got a feeling? I hate to use the word cancer, but they kind of got rid of some guys like Slay, Harrison, Diggs. Those guys were causing a little bit of ruckus in that locker room, man.
They were.
And I honestly think that Patricia, like, even though it's taken a couple years, this is the 3rd year going on, that they have that they've weeded out the bad seeds. And I just feel like they're finally getting their guys. Like, I know it's only June, it's just June 2nd, and we're not hearing too much about it, but it's just a feel that they've gotten rid of some guys that they don't want there anymore, and they're bringing in guys that they need and want to make their team successful.
I agree with that. Shout out to Mr. Dope. Trav, you want to read that for me, man?
as I'm laughing my tail off. Yeah, absolutely. It says, shout out to Mr. Dope with the $2 super chat. It says, Trox, I love you, bro. But number 3, over sugar Kool-Aid.
Yeah, for real. He said,
okay, Mr. Dope, I feel that.
Absolutely. So, with that being said, and TA brought up a really solid point. Okay, we're not going to talk about division wins and all that. We said playoff games, so we can sneak in there as a 5th, 6th, 7th seed even. Okay, which is very intriguing this year. But according to NFL Network, fellas, we know the back end of the schedule is loaded, and the front end of the schedule is loaded.
Facts.
They have the Lions' toughest 4 games as the first 4. Okay, that is against.
I see it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that is week 1 versus Chicago at home, on the road Green Bay, on the road again to Arizona, and then back home for the Indianapolis Colts. So they have the highest win percentage is Chicago at 48.9%. So the Lions are almost at 50% to win that game, with their lowest surprisingly coming against the New Orleans. Well, not surprisingly. I said Indianapolis. I meant New Orleans. I'm sorry, guys. And we all got them taking an L anyway. So if the Lions, they got at worst, they have to split.
Yeah.
They've got to split those first 4.
Yep.
And I think that'll set the tone for if this team is going to be playoff ready.
Yep.
That's just what I think. Antonio Hightower, what's going on, man? What is going on with you?
What's going on, man?
Antonio Hightower was supposed to be on with us, fellas, but he had more important things to do. Okay? We love you, man. We love you. Okay, we got another question as well. We talking about the defense, and we're talking.
I do want to interject on that one topic, real
Okay.
quick.
Yeah.
Okay. We got Chicago, first game of the season, right?
Yeah. I know where you're going. Okay.
They don't have a solidified person at quarterback. They got 9 tight ends, and you got already 2 years of game film on this squad.
Yep.
I'm not scared of the Chicago Bears. If we don't whoop that tail by at least 30, there's something wrong.
Really? Okay, Trav. Hey, Trav, I'll have what you're having. Okay.
He's drinking Kool-Aid.
By 30.
He drinks something else.
Okay, no.
We're going to have to talk to his wife. Trav, you said 30?
By 30.
Okay.
Why
you
do
know
I
they still
say
got
30?
Khalil Mack, though, right?
What has he done?
It doesn't matter. It's Khalil Mack.
You still got Hicks on that defense.
Yeah.
Still not worried.
Man, Trav.
Still not scared.
Hey, Trav, I remember a time you said 0-16 till proven otherwise.
I know.
And now I'm hearing whooping on the Bear, and you almost said whoop that trick. That's what you almost said. Okay, so Travis,
by 30, man.
By
Okay.
30. That's
By
a
30.
certified beatdown, Travis.
Hey, after what we went through last year, we need some certified whoopings. Okay, you don't go up 18 points to the worst team in the NFL, and within a quarter and a half, give up 18 points and lose. Or I should say tie, but we all know
you said
it was
right
a
there.
tie.
Hold on, wait. Detroit Rage. Hold on, Travis. I'm sorry. He said, "LOL, y'all bugging." Well, it's 4 of us at the table, and only one said beat him by 30. So I think you need to take.
Right.
I think to take
How do you
that
mean,
all
y'all
and that apostrophe out of that situation. But go ahead, Trav.
I mean, I might be a little bit hard on the Kool-Aid today, but shout out to MICROMIKE. He got me on the mic well.
He got you on something.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't dope you up today, brother.
He done did something, bro.
Hey, I got the Kool-Aid. I got the pill form, the liquid form. I got it in all shapes,
I think you got
forms,
it.
and sizes.
You got it everywhere, man. Good Lord. Okay, explain yourself. Explain yourself.
Okay. For one, our fan base, shout out. I forgot who said it in the chat, but they were saying that, to be the 14th best, that should be easy because 16, guess what, is league average. We need to have a higher expectation on our squad. This is our squad, folks.
Yeah, I know. We do. Every year we got a high expectation.
Every year, Travis. Every year, my brother.
Every year.
Sipping on that Kool-Aid. That's all we do.
On that.
we the only ones that have a drink with our team. Do you realize that? No other team in the NFL has a set drink that every year they crack open and start mixing up but us.
Hey, that's all right, because guess what? That makes us more special.
And guess what?
That's going to make this season even more special, because not only do you go against the Chicago Bears, then guess what? You go to Aaron Rodgers.
Yep. And it's not just Aaron Rodgers. Hey, think about it, Trox. It's not just Aaron Rodgers. It's the refs too.
Oh, absolutely. Oh. But guess what? It is early in the season.
Got him. Hey, well, here's the thing, though, fellas. It doesn't matter if it's early or late. It's Aaron Rodgers. This man catches flags on the ground.
Accompanied by the refs.
He expects the flag to be. Have you ever seen a quarterback or any player?
Every quarterback expects the flag. I mean,
Travis.
Even wide receivers. Seriously, watch how they do. Like, if there's just the lightest blow on the cheek, they're like, "Hey, where's the flag? Where's the flag?"
Yeah, but we're talking about Aaron Rodgers. We're talking about the prima donna of the NFL.
I'm not saying,
Shout out to MICROMIKE, who Sharon Rodgers is what he refers to him.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, a man who no longer dates Olivia Munn, I got a problem with. Okay, so it's something is wrong with this guy. He looks for the flag. Shout out to Mellow Mo, who says first game Bears 13, Lions 34.
Okay, we gonna keep that in our minds, Mellow Mo.
Okay, that is a 21-point victory, Travis. So he right there with you.
Absolutely. Shout out to Mellow Mo.
And then he got the Lions beating the Packers 31-17. Okay, Mellow Mo.
Hey, shout out to Mellow Mo, aka Miles Moser, baby. I see you, man. All right, so that's.
I will say this though, and this will kind of end my argument real quick.
Okay.
And it's this: when we did the early season predictions on game to game, I had us whooping the Bears and the Packers. The only loss out of the first four was really the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
Heading into the bye week.
Yeah, I had a split.
I had a split as well. I had us 2-2. I remember those days.
So this is actually, this is going kind of exactly what I was going with in the what do you call it? These first two games are absolutely the most critical.
Yeah, they're critical
because it is the division game.
Divisional games,
Yeah, that we went 0-6, so you're exactly right.
We went 0-6 last
season. If we get in that hole, then we got, who do we have? Then we've got the
New Orleans
the Arizona
Saints
Cardinals, which
yeah. And Arizona is revamped now. You know what I mean?
They are. People not mentioning Isaiah Simmons, and it seems like he just completely. Everybody says DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, the whole defense is revamped.
Everybody says DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray. What about Isaiah Simmons?
What about Larry Fitzgerald?
Larry's still balling.
Larry Legend.
Larry Legend. He's still doing his thing, y'all.
He still is. Shout out to Antonio, who says Grid made me fall asleep while waiting on the link. Man, get up out of here, bro. Get up out of here, man. Stop it. Okay, so Travis, that was your argument. So you got us where? Where do you got 3-0?
Well, see me, I want us to stop playing with the fan base, and you know what? Just say, you know what? If these guys are jobs on the line, our jobs are on the line as players, then you know what? Let's host a playoff game. Let's win the division.
I would love to host a playoff game.
Oh boy,
Michael,
hey,
I ain't eating crow. It's 2020, trucks. I ain't eating crow no more.
Hey, look, MICROMIKE he is singing in his dream right now because this brother said home playoff game. Hey, Travis, that means a division win.
That means a divisional. Yeah.
That means we are at.
Are you really scared of our division outside of really Aaron Rodgers in the rep?
They beat us up last year.
I ain't never scared.
Okay, and we beat us up.
And we beat them up for what? 3 consecutive years prior to that. We beat up on the Vikings. We beat up on the Bears.
I see you, baby.
And he drinking that Kool-Aid.
This is any given Sunday. This is the National Football League. It's any given Sunday. Anybody can lose. Anybody can win. But guess what? Since 2002, when Ford Field was built, we have not seen a whole playoff game, and I'm sick of that.
Let's go, Travis. Let's go. Yes.
We need that home playoff game.
Yeah.
The last time we had that home playoff game, we made the Dallas Cowboys look so silly.
Yeah.
And it was so beautiful seeing
Barry
Sanders exactly doing
Man, he was out there dancing around the defense.
Well, okay. All right, wait a minute. I got to reel you back in, Travis. I got to pull you back in, my brother, because I remember a specific gentleman last year kept saying that we got to, if the past is the present, it's still the present. Okay? Now, you went back in the past to talk about the 30-year ago game, when we had one Barry Sanders in his second year, by the way. So this is pre-prime Barry Sanders, all right? We're not that team. But Travis, I'm with you, brother. I want whatever you having because I want to win. I'm sure Mark wants to do the same thing. And that's going to bring us to our next question, okay? If we're going to get back to that 1991 glory, we've got to have a defense. On that defense needs to be a stud outside of Trey Flowers, but this question is about Trey Flowers. Trey Flowers' average sacks, Mark, are around 7.5. Okay? Yep. He started off slow, picked up steam, and he was the only one we had. I'm sorry. The brother was gassed, and it was all we got. And he picked it up and fell just a half sacks short of his 7.5 sacks. So Mark Orum from ORUM'S Forum, which I can finally say now,
yes, sir.
Do you think that Trey Flowers gets a new career high this year? We're going to set the bar at 10 sacks. What do you think?
Okay.
I'm thinking that he has to. He has to for the money that he's getting paid. He has to for the money because he's getting paid as a top 5 defensive end in the league. And you're right, Grid. He's one of those guys that's been like, plays the run well, gets about 7 sacks. Does some good things for the team, a little bit of a leader, but you know what? It's time. Like you're making $90 million, 56 guaranteed of that million, and it's like you have to ball out, man, and you got to get to the quarterback more than he does. Yeah, at least create more pressure. Like, you know what? Just do all that. Just do all the things you need to be doing, man. Like I'm sick and tired of guys getting paid and coming on his team and just being, a little bit better than mediocre.
Mediocre. I was about to say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you're getting paid too much money. Get those sacks, man. Get those pressures. Create chaos.
All right. Now I'm going to come in. I usually go last. The host usually does that. I'm going to come in real quick because I dug what Mark said, but also I'm going to defend Trey a little bit. Okay. We like I hate the 3-4. But apparently, it's just a scheme, blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Yes.
We saw these guys rush three people last year, right? So we all watched the same game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trey Flowers was gassed. The brother, in my opinion, he did what he could, man. But what I liked is that he earned his money. He right around 7.5. He didn't overpay himself. Okay. The Lions did this. So they gave him $90 million for a 7.5 sack guy. I think if the Lions can take some pressure off Trey, yes, he could have a new career year. Is this the year? I don't think so. Not if that in that 3-4 and not with no stud on the opposite side. At this point, get the dude. I forgot. Somebody had 13.5 sacks last year. His name is going around a lot. Travis, what's the dude's name, man? It's Everson Griffin, Jadeveon Clowney, and it's another guy as well that keeps floating out.
Marcus Golden.
Marcus Golden. Yes. I wouldn't be mad if we get him as well. I'm not even going to lie. Whoever, just get somebody on that side to help out Trey. So I'm going to have to say Trey Flowers right now will not have a career year of 10 sacks because we the 3-4 sucks, and we don't have enough. We don't know about Austin Bryant, about Deshaun Hand. We don't have enough, in my opinion. So I'll kick it to TA, the residential realist at the table. What do you think, man? Does Trey Flowers hit a career sack high of, we're going to push it up to 10 sacks, but we'll just say more than 7.5. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Mark on this, man. Definitely. I think that he definitely needs to step up. He needs to be what we need him to be, and that's to be getting pressures and getting sacks. I know a lot of people, they are high on pressures, but me, I'm high on actually getting to the quarterback and sacking them more so than getting the pressure. Yes, I like pressures. I like for you to be able to knock him down and rattle his cage a little bit, but I'm more so into actually grabbing a guy and throwing him down in the dirt and doing your job out there. So basically with the Trey Flowers, yes, he needs to get at least 10 sacks. I agree that he definitely needs to have a career year. He has to. You can't be making that type of money and not put out the production. We need for him to be a leader on his team. That's the reason why the Lions went and got him and paid him all of this money. We need him to get 10 sacks. 10. All we asking you to do is get 3 more sacks than what you got last year. Yes, he was very slow in his productivity when the season started. But when the season started, progressing, he got better. Yeah. And we need for Trey Flowers to keep a high motor all season long because we're looking at him to be a face out on the defense. He knows what it takes to win a championship. These other guys don't know what it takes to go out there and win a championship. So yes, we want him to go out there and produce 10 sacks for this Detroit Lions football team, and that's a fact.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Wait. You said all of that. You said all of that, TA. But you said he needs to. But will he? Will he is the question. Okay. Yes. Wow. I can't believe this. So wait. So we run this scheme that Antonio Hightower says it's not the 3-4 as to why we don't get to the quarterback. It's the plays call.
Yeah, that could be it too.
That could be it.
Yeah. Yeah, because last year they ran that weird scheme that 3-3-5. Remember, it was like three linemen, 3 linebackers, and like 5. Seriously, like 5 DBs. Like, oh yeah, man, it was like it was like 2 safeties. It was like 2 safeties in the back and like 3 corners. It was weird. It was a weird scheme, and I think hopefully that scheme got trashed when that. Man, what's his name, man? The D corner from last year, Pasqualani, Paul Pasqualani.
He got trashed.
Paul Pepperoni.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so Corey Undon came in. Hopefully, he brings something a little bit different.
I think he will. I think he will. I don't think we're going to see what we saw last year, but ultimately, fellas, it's up to one Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia's got to let this guy do his work. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that goes the way. Now, Troxel Sports Talk, we haven't got to you yet. You're right.
That's correct.
All right, Troxel Sports Talk, the residential Kool-Aid drinker, since Mike is feverish. You got it. What are you going to say,
Kool-Aid
man?
for Mike today.
You drinking it for Mike and yourself. Taking one for the team.
He's drinking a double gulp today.
A double ghost, man. He's got a suppository of Kool-Aid. Okay, Travis, what do you think, man? Does Trey Flowers have a career year with 7.5 plus and even 10? What do you think?
Yes, he does.
Oh, boy. So I'm the only one that said he doesn't, right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, but this is the reason why I say yes. Okay, just like TA was saying, he kind of came on late. We need to see him in the early parts.
Yeah.
He was actually injured in them early parts. And when he finally got healthy, he started actually performing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
facts.
Yeah, he was.
So, I mean, I think that he can at least get 10 sacks. Like, my floor is 10.
Yeah.
Your floor is 10.
My floor is 10. Like, as far as, like,
so this,
if he's healthy the entire season,
he's going to do something he's never done, ever, is get 10 sacks.
But if you look at how our defense is, you got, the Okuara brothers, you got Austin Bryant, you got Deshaun Hand, you got Danny Shelton, you got, Jamie Collins, you got Jelani Tavai, you got so many other guys around him that the teams are going to have to game plan against.
Yeah.
The only thing that we are really worried about is the front 3 to 4 people. Whether we implement a 3-4 or a 4-3 in that specific play, that's the only thing that we got that question mark on. If we are healthy, we have an upgrade to the linebacking core. We have an upgrade to the corners and safeties. There is no reason why teams are going to be, honing in on, say, a Tease Tabor type of guy.
Yeah.
Where you got Jeff Okudah, Desmond Trufant, and then you got a Justin Coleman. Justin Coleman to start the year was knocking everything out of people's hands.
Yeah, he was.
He was. And then he disappeared on the second
of the year. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, because now you're having to hold on with your guy for more seconds.
Right.
We led the league in time of possession in the quarterback's hand.
Yep.
That can't happen. You will lose every single time.
But it will, Travis. It's going to continue happening without somebody proving out there on the field. And I just don't shout out Austin Bryant, those guys.
But see, this is
unproven guys. Yeah.
Unproven guys.
I mean, they are unproven. I will give everybody that. But on the same token, okay, we were a year ago saying that how this defensive line is one of the greatest things to slice bread.
Wait, who said what?
I know I didn't buy that.
No, I'm just saying, like a lot of people, like fans,
this year?
Like I'm saying, last year and things like that.
Last year we thought they was gonna be really good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like everybody, like the fan base, YouTube, the media, to some extent, they were like, okay, well, they at least got a defensive front.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, man, they were hyping up that.
Wait a minute.
They hyped up the D line last year.
They did, but
the D line.
But the Gridiron Blitz did not do that.
No, I didn't.
I sung about a defensive lineman.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I still
not the D line.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I still wanted a defensive end. I still do. But if they said, "Hey, we straight, trust us," or it's our job, I'm okay. I will trust them for this 1 year as long as their job's on the line.
That's a whole nother question, Travis, because we don't know if that's actually the case. We don't know. That's actually a question we could dive into in just a second. Don't forget, guys, we're going to take all viewer questions the last 30 minutes of the show. I did want to talk about something else that I lost real quick. Oh, there we go. We talked about, now this was on SI, Sports Illustrated, the Detroit Lions section. And I think that this is going to require all the Kool-Aid out the store. Okay, that's just my opinion. MICROMIKE is going to be so disappointed in me right now. Okay, and I'm going to start with Mark Orum. The bold prediction was that Matt Patricia would win Coach of the Year. How do you feel about that? That's real bold. That's real. He would have to have a San Francisco 49ers type turnaround.
Man, I might have to go to the store, man, get myself a big gulp on this one, boys. Coach of the year, like of the whole NFL?
Whole NFL.
Yeah. Ooh, wee. Okay, so they're going to have to win the division, obviously, right?
Yeah.
They're going to have to win the division. They're going to have to win probably 12, 13 games.
Yep.
Oh.
You see all that sign? That's what we do as Lions fans. I don't, you know what I mean?
No, well, hey, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to digest it. I'm going to say no. That's a no for me.
That's a no. Okay.
Yeah, that's a no for me, man. I think they can get to the playoffs. I do think they can get to the playoffs, and but I'm just not there yet with Matt, man. I'm not there yet with Mr. Patricia there. I just don't know what he had. I do like some of the things he's done, obviously, but I just don't think he's a candidate. That's bold, man. That's real bold.
Yeah, that's super bold.
Yeah, I'm just going to say no, man. Sorry, Mike. Sorry about that, Mikey, if you're listening.
His fever went straight up. He is going to have to get rushed to the emergency. Hey, Mike, we're praying for you, man. But you know when he come back, he going to dump the Kool-Aid all out because he is going to do that. Troxel Sports Talk. What do you think, man? Matt Patricia, bold prediction. We know it's bold, but how bold is it, man?
Now, I'm on the Lions extra Kool-Aid today.
Yes, sir.
But,
double scoop.
But
protein powder.
Right. I'll say that one more time. But
hey, Trox. Hey, you got the kind that you can lick in your hand,
Hey, melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Oh man.
Oh man. Okay, Travis, I heard a butt in there, brother. I heard a butt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I think coach of the year is a little too much. I think if it was a division coach of the year, I think he could get that. But as far as the NFL, you're talking about, Bill Belichick's, you're talking about Sean McVay's, you're talking about, the coach, Andy Reid. You're talking about the coach that I wanted over in Tennessee, which is
Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bruce Arians. I mean, come on now. Bruce Arians got an upgraded team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm not saying Super Bowl this year. I would love to this year, but hey.
You said it last, Trav. You said it last year, brother.
I said it last year.
Trav, hey, bro, you come a long way. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you, man, because you had that newborn look about you, man. Absolutely, when it came to the Lions. But it seems like you've seen the light where you can see objectively.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's where I got to kind of pull the Kool-Aid a little bit. Now, I would love for him to, just because I feel like, if he's going to stay, he needs to seriously make a name for himself. Like, hey, these last 2 years, I had to take this team apart, assess it, and rebuild it, and then come out. If that, and if that was the case, okay, I'll give him that. But this is the year he has to perform. Everybody has to perform. Everybody's job's on the line. Now, obviously, like Matthew Stafford and things like that. I mean, obviously, when you got contracts to weigh and things like that, obviously that's different ball games. But, if it's a 1-year deal or they're a contract year person or it's easy for them to cut and things like that, your job is on the line. Your NFL career could be on the line if, you haven't really done anything.
Okay, so that's a no.
Yes, that is definitely. I don't think so. I think that's way over the top.
Yeah, that's just that's exactly what that exactly what like that old Sylvester Stallone movie, man. Over the top. That's what that is.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one, man. Actually, free on YouTube. I watched it and was like, oh my god, that's my childhood, man.
Absolutely.
Everybody thought they can arm wrestle after watching Over the Top. Man.
Yeah.
And then you actually try to do it and get your arm broke.
Yeah.
And then I tried to do a little over the top move, and it was like, man, what is going? I can't do that. Hey, but TA, we know it's bold, man. But how bold is it that Matt Patricia, which is probably Matthew Patricia, wins Coach of the Year?
Well, man, that's really bold. And the reason why I'm saying it's bold because I pretty much when I take the Kool-Aid, this type of Kool-Aid I like to put back in the refrigerator because it's kind of bitter, sweet type of thing. So this kind of Kool-Aid I like to put back in the refrigerator because I'm not buying that for what I ain't buying it, man. Matt you know what he would have to do to be Coach of the Year? This team would have to go 14-2, 13-3. I mean, a complete overhaul.
Hey, 16-0.
Do I want to? What I'm saying? Yes, 16-0. Do we want the Lions to do that? Yes, of course. Yes. Who doesn't come in the season with their got high hopes for their franchise and their football team? We want to see these guys win 14-2, but realistically, him getting the head coach of the year, he will have to pull something like that off. His defense will have to be a lot better because the defense, for him to be a guru of the defense. We haven't been that great on defense. So I don't think, I don't think that's the type of Kool-Aid I want to drink right now. I just want to pump. I want to give him honorable mention. You know what I mean? I want to give him honorable mention. I want to give him the head coach title, Coach of the Year. I don't want to do that yet. So basically with him, no, not yet. Not
yeah.
I would be dreaming.
Yeah, I think it would take just nothing but wins. I mean, you're talking about division win, playoff win, double-digit season. I'm talking about 13-3-ish, 12-4, those type of things. Do I think it's possible? That's we as Lions fans. It's like anything is possible, but I think that's really bold. And that actually came from Tim Twentyman. I believe it came from there as well. So. Yeah, guys, we would love to see that, but we got to be realistic, y'all. We got to be realistic. And right now, we just want our team to win a division, win a playoff game, do things they haven't done in the last 30 years or ever in the NFC North. So that is what. So I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's being extremely bold, but we would love to see that happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. All right, we're going to move on to the next question. Now, people in Michigan, which we got some good news. We will be off lockdown in about a week, and the governor of Michigan, and I think it's gone beyond as well, have allowed teams to start going to the practice facilities, I think as of the 8th or coming up sometime soon. But the caveat is they cannot leave the facility. So like there won't be, as far as I know, any joint practices like we're used to having. Do you guys think, we're going to start with Troxel Sports Talk, how do you think that's going to affect the Lions? Do you think it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing?
Since Bob Quinn has taken over, he's kind of had, these joint practices, and lo and behold, the very first joint practice could have been against the New England Patriots, his former team. And a lot of his acquisitions are against players from teams that they had joint practices from. They got to see for the entire week. How do you handle yourself in an everyday practice situation? How do you handle yourself as a pro? Those are the things that if there is no joint practices, he doesn't have in his back pocket to pull out, to help make the best possible 53-man roster. So it's gonna hurt because in a lot of these undrafted free agents and things like that, are already going behind the 8 ball with the no OTAs and things like that. So I mean, it's going to directly hurt if we can't have a joint practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I'm a little bit on the fence with this one. I do like him to a sense where you can actually have the guys that are on the bubble show up against other NFL players per se and play like a little bit harder than they would normally against your own guys, right? And I believe that they picked up Romeo Okwara a couple years ago off a joint practice when they faced the Giants. Isn't that how Patricia that eyed him up? So so then you're not getting a good look at other players where you could possibly maybe make a trade or something like that, or just do something in that aspect. But then I look at it in a way when you see a lot of these like football is obviously a physical sport, man, and it's a tough sport. But you see some of these guys getting real serious out there with some like fighting and stuff like that. And I've never really been a big part of that, man, on the football field.
It has
so
no place.
In that aspect, so that in that aspect, I just don't like to see guys get injured, and you always seem to see or hear about guys getting injured. So I'm just a little bit on the fence about it, man. So yeah.
Okay, TA, what do you feel, man? You feel like these is going to help or hurt the Detroit Lions?
Man, it always can help and it always can hurt too. I think, what I'm saying, it's an in-between thing. Like Orem said, it's definitely an in-between thing whenever you think about coming together with another team, because you smash up on each other all throughout the offseason, and you want a new body out there, a new face, somebody that you can hit that's not on your team, somebody that you could be more physical with that's not on your team. And you really can't do that in the joint practices. You can't be as physical with your guys. You can be a little physical, but not as physical, because you don't want guys out there getting hurt and getting injured. You need guys to be out there to perform at a high level. And by them coming together with these joint practices and stuff like that, it normally helps out because those guys are able to get a little bit better, and they get to learn what other teams like to do. Even though they're not going to show their whole playbook or things of that nature, they're going to give some basic and simple plays out there. But I just think that having joint practices, definitely it can hinder, but it also can help. So it has to be that balance in between.
Yeah, you know what? And I think we all kind of feel the same way, like the yay, nay, no, yes, maybe not. My thing is, with everything going around, it's kind of like maybe that is the best. You know, it's going to bring a different dynamic. I'm gonna look at it a little different. Like, okay, you won't have the distraction of the other team. It's just you and your fellas. You know what I'm saying? Those guys trying to make the roster cuts and things like that. I think that maybe guys, it'll help them maybe bond more as a team. Maybe it'll make them look internally and say, because they don't have the joint practices, no camaraderie with those guys, you won't be able to smash anybody like TA was saying, but maybe you can help build a rapport or some type of bond that this team obviously needs, because it was a lot of dysfunction last year with the Darius Slays and the Quandre Diggs and the Snacks Harrison and all these guys leaving who got something to say about Matty P. You know what I mean? So maybe, maybe Matt can use this time to maybe get through to his team. You know what I mean? And kind of maybe create something. Exactly. So I think we all kind of felt the same about that. Now, guys, at the last half hour, we're going to take questions. So get the hashtag ISN ready for the last half hour. But we're going to transition into the next topic. One, Kenny G. Okay, we know that this is a year we've got to pay this man. We've got to pay him. And we were talking about this before we got on. Travis, what do you think? Like, when is Bob Quinn going to address Kenny G and get his man his money?
Kenny Dreezy.
I see it, baby. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the Dreezy.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Love it.
Yep.
now, I definitely think that usually Bob Quinn hands out his contract extensions right after the preseason's out the way and the start of the season. So I have a funny feeling that it's going to be right around there that he gives Kenny Golladay that contract extension. And he needs to do it this year, because if Kenny Golladay balls out of control, that price tag is going to go through the roof.
Yes.
Yeah.
He could go and even beat the $100 million that Amari Cooper got. Yeah. I mean, because you stop and think about it. If you got Kenny Golladay or Amari Cooper, who you going to take? 9 out of 10 times you're taking Kenny Golladay. The man's a freak nature.
Man.
I mean, he doesn't have Mini-Tron as a nickname for no reason.
Which to me is disrespectful. Get a man his own name.
It is
not, you know what I'm saying?
He's Kenny G, man.
He's Kenny G. That's right. Get a man his own name, man. He deserves, and he doesn't like that, Travis. But yes, you said Mini Megatron. Go ahead, man.
You know, he doesn't have that nickname for no reason. Like, the dude balls out of control. He caught, what was it, over 1,000 yards on 3 different quarterbacks.
And he's made some spectacular catches as well.
And some spectacular catches. He was pretty much vertically, parallel to the ground, almost on his back, and caught the ball for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Yeah.
Like, who does that?
Yeah.
Kenny G does that.
Exactly.
Kenny G, baby.
Exactly. And that's why I feel that if Kenny Golladay can get his contract now, it's going to be a whole lot cheaper now than next year.
Yeah. I agree
with that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Mark Orm, what do you feel, man? You feel similar to Travis? He's going to do it right before the season?
Yeah, pretty much, man. I think they really need to get this done ASAP. He's already going to be I think he's asking for a lot of money, isn't he?
I haven't heard anything.
No, he hasn't yet. He hasn't came up with a number yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a nice number.
Yeah, because I honestly thought I heard something about him that he wanted to get like $16-17 million a year, and that's top money. That's like OBJ and Hopkins money.
I give it to him before I
give
give
it
it to
to him in a
Darius Slay.
heartbeat.
He definitely was worth more than Darius Slay.
100% I give it to him, man. And it needs to get done, because just like Trox said, if they wait on this and he balls out, that contract's going up. So you know what I mean? And they have the talent for him to succeed in that offense, and he's gonna ball out. So Quinn needs to get this done as soon as possible.
I agree. TA, what do you think, man?
Yeah, it's no doubt about it. Kenny G needs to be signed in right away. You know, you're talking about a guy that's a third round pick, and pretty much, you never knew what type of player he was going to be. A lot of us was looking at him when he first came in. I know I was saying that this guy was going to be a star, and he lived it out, man. He lived it out. Everything that I thought about him, he's actually put that to fruition, and now he's the number one dog in Detroit right now. And you got to pay the man. You got to pay him. You know what I'm saying? He's put the work in. He's put the effort and the time, and he works really hard at the craft in the off season. And now you got to pay Kenny G the money that he's worth. Now, whatever, we're hoping that he doesn't break the bank. You know, hopefully it's a decent contract. But at the same time, you're going to have to pay Kenny Golladay because, like Trox said, you don't want to wait until next season to pay him, because if he puts up monumental numbers this season, you're going to really have to cash him out. So you better do it now than later.
Well, you know, Bob Quinn has made some questionable decisions. Tease Tabor, Brad Kaya, you know what I'm saying? Jake Ruddock. But this is one of those that I don't think he's going. There is no doubt about it. Pay the man. Deion Sanders will say, pay the man. That's you got to get a man his money.
Must be money.
Must be the money, TA. It must be. So in my opinion, this is what you've got to sign the rookies. You got to do this with Kenny Golladay. You got to go get an edge rusher, because we got to get one, fellas. No matter what we say, we have to get one. And I believe that Bob Quinn, he's got something up his sleeve. And I will say this. Bob Quinn, if you look at it objectively, I think he has made some solid moves. They just haven't transitioned onto the field, all of them.
Right.
But I do believe that he's had one of the best drafts he's ever had in the 2020 draft. And this is the year that the entire Lions organization has to prove that they want better. And I believe that. I believe that. So, fellas, we've been on for an hour and 15 minutes. We're going to transition into a segment of the show. Now, since we're talking about receivers, guys, I am going to bring in a clip of Mr. Marvin Jones Jr., who, by the way, fellas, is looking real nice. And I say that as a dude, okay? He's looking nice as in he looking like he put in some work in the offseason, okay? Yeah. And I'm going to bring in a screen. We're going to bring this in. Now, fellas, I'm going to bring in the audio as well. So I need you guys to kind of be quiet, because it'll be a echo. So I said that nice. I'm trying to be nice, guys, okay? I'm not trying to be mean. I ain't trying to be rude, okay? So I'm going to screen share this. We're going to bring in Mr. Marvin Jones, his Twitter feed. Now, I don't know what song is this. It sounds like some mumble rap to me. I don't know what it is. But if it's too loud, let me know. And this is Marvin Jones, Quintez Cephas, and another guy. What's the other guy that he's training with?
That's Victor Bolden.
Victor Bolden. Now tell me, we're going to talk about these fellas after this, but here we go. Let me know if it's too loud, fellas. Oh, that's my bad, y'all. Y'all missing the best part. Shout out to TROXE'Ls Sports Talk. That's my bad. Hold on, y'all. Now y'all gonna be. Let's run that back. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
Brand new whip, just hopped in.
Thanks, Trav.
I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad in the friend zone. Sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville and I move like a dime. Eating fettuccine at Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free smoke on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair, she look like she go. She do. Hometown hero, feeling myself, can't murder my ego. She heard it, she said. Certified freak, hang around dust and she learning my lingo. Back then wasn't worried about me though. In the gym trying to work on my free throw. Spending money at the club like Sam's. Yes, ma'am. She a little freak. But she don't put this on the ground. Little boys trying to diss on the ground. Hey, I can't switch on the fan. It's how I hit the switch on the fan.
Man.
Who?
Hey, I don't know who is that?
That's Jack Harlow. That's Jack Harlow, man.
Jack Harlow. Okay.
Yeah, man. That kid's good, man. He's like 19 years old, man. He spits fire.
All right.
I like that kid.
It was a little mumbly to me.
No, man. He's not a mumble rapper, man.
No. It sounds a little mumbly. It sounds a little mumbly.
You think so?
I think he was kind of.
You think? Okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay, it sounds just a wee mumble, but I'm old school.
Look him up, though.
Yeah, mumble is the more singing kind of.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Sing songy.
All right, I got you. So, guys, that was the dudes was putting in work, work.
Absolutely.
And Marvin Jones,
love that.
He's looking motivated, man.
Marvin Jones looks good, man. He looks
motivated, man.
He does. He does. So Marvin Jones is
contract year.
Contract year, yeah. Everybody.
That's great. Everyone's on that contract year.
Hey, look, that's why that brother working out in the sand.
Yes.
Working out in the sand.
When it's contract time, everybody's motivated.
Man, so so Marvin Jones working out with Cephas, okay?
Yep.
Which I think is kind of
good.
That is great. That's great. That's
taking
great.
a young man under your arm, under your wing.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And that's
awesome,
that's
man.
what I was going to say, man.
That's leadership, man.
Facts. And you injured. You didn't play the full year, okay?
Right.
You didn't do that. I would love to hear about Carrion doing this with Swift. I don't know if has anybody heard that at all. Is Carrion?
No, I haven't heard them working out together yet, but they definitely need to work out together. Definitely.
They do. How do you think that let's focus on Marvin Jones since he's the steadfast guy on the team. How do y'all think Marvin Jones is gonna come back this year based off that video right there? We're gonna go with Trav Sports Talk.
I'll go ahead.
Oh, my bad, man. What do you think, Trav?
I mean, it's a contract year. You got Cephas. I think that is gonna be the replacement for Marvin Jones. And you know, he's going to ball out. Marvin Jones is going to ball out. Him and Kenny Golladay are the 1-2 punch. Then you got Danny Amendola. Then you got Cephas and Marvin Hall.
Okay, hold on. Travis, I hate to do this, man. I did not say I was old. I said I was old, y'all. They own me about this mumble rap. I know what I like. I listen to Will Smith, all right? So unless you go, it all sounds the same to me. Okay,
right.
Shout out to Will Smith. All right,
gotta have bars, baby.
Get you. I get. They say it's not mumble. I'm old, y'all. I don't even know how to use Facebook. Okay, so forgive me. Jeez Louise. Oh my God.
Mumble rappers that kind of sing songy.
I got you. Okay, it just I'm just saying it didn't sound like his mouth was fully opening. Okay, but I misunderstood the term mumble rap. But I'm gonna go back.
Videos, bro.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna listen to it.
He was kind of spitting a little bit.
He was. It had a nice little flow. All right. Okay. So do y'all forgive me? Can y'all forgive me, please? Jeez. Okay. Lord have mercy. All right, Travis. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. You talking about Marvin Jones?
Okay. Yeah, I do think that. I think he's gonna ball out. You know, you see the type of work he's putting in this year. He was injured. He has something to prove. That's his first year under 1,000 since really being a Detroit Lion.
Yeah, facts.
And you know, so he's gonna come back and be like, "Hey, y'all forgot about me. This is me." And you know, and while taking the young man underneath his wing, like, I know you're gonna be the guy that's gonna replace me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm gonna show you what it takes to be a starter. And if you can ball out this year, then I know that I'm performing for somebody else.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, TA, what did you think, man? Marvin Jones in that video.
Man, he was doing his thing, man. Marvin Jones, man, I love Marvin Jones because of this, the consistency of having the notion to take another kid under your wings. It's not every player that does that take younger guys under their wing and shape them and mold them and let them know what the NFL life is going to be like. And shout out to Marvin Jones, man, for doing that. But I definitely think that Marvin Jones is going to have an exceptional season this year. Now, just think about what Marvin Jones was doing last year before he got injured. Marvin Jones in one game caught 4 touchdown passes, I believe.
He did. Yep,
absolutely.
Him and Kenny Golladay was tearing it up. They was tearing it up last year, man. If Marvin Jones doesn't get injured and get hurt, him and Kenny Golladay probably are I already know. Well, Kenny Golladay was leading the league already with touchdown receptions, but Marvin Jones would probably be right there with him.
He was right behind him, man. Yeah,
he was right behind him, man. He was right behind him, and both of them was tearing it up. And you could just see in the video that he's pumped, he's amped, and he wants to get this team to the next level. And man, he's looking good out there, man. And I just love the fact that he's working with the young fella, because you're looking at somebody that can ultimately end up taking your place. But at the same time, you're interviewing. I look at it like this: Marvin Jones is interviewing for this, a possibility of getting a 1 or 2 year deal to get an extension with the Lions, or he's looking at the possibility of performing for another team the next season. So he's going to come out motivated and ready, because it's all about the money right now. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Facts. Yeah. Facts. And I think Mark, I didn't get you. Did I get you, Mark, or I didn't get Travis? Which one did?
No,
it's
me. Mark.
Okay, Mark. What do you think, man, of that video? We'll bring Cephas in as well. But what do you think about Marvin Jones training with Cephas, man?
Oh, I absolutely love that, man. Like TA said, man, that's leadership right there. And that's just like seeing guys do that, like seeing like veterans doing that with the young kids, man. It's special, because like a lot of guys don't do that. Like that was brought up already. And it's really nice seeing that, man. And it's really nice seeing Marvin Jones looking really good, man. Looking quick with those feet, man.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Looking quick, because he had the lower body injury, right?
Yes.
Last year.
I think it was a knee.
I think it was a knee. Yeah, man. And man, he was getting those knees up, those feet down. I love seeing that, man. He looked really good.
He did. And you know, you guys have tried to run on sand, right? That's a difficult thing to do.
It's very hard.
It's a difficult thing. And the dude was cutting up. It looked like he knows what's on the line here. Like you guys have been saying, he wants to get his playing days will not end in Detroit as far as he's concerned. And I think to have, because Marvin Jones have been hurt 2 years in a row. Is that right, fellas?
Facts.
So he's got, and to run on the sand like that, I mean, is a difficult task. He looked very good, and like you guys said, he was balling out of control before the injury. Yeah. And we had a legit squad, and I like Cephas as well, man. I know he looked slow as far as on the 40 time, but I like what I saw, dude. And even when we drafted him, and I saw he's real handsy, he's real physical. Yeah. I like this dude, man.
And one thing I want to say too about the speed thing: don't let the speed thing fool you, because you know you had guys like Anquan Bolden, who was definitely not the fastest receiver, but look how solid Anquan Bolden was. Even when he came to Detroit, he was pretty good.
Dude was solid, man.
He was definitely a solid pickup for Detroit. So you got to look at it like that for him. Speed is not everything. If he's a good route runner and he has sure hands out there, he's going to be a solid wide receiver. That's what you need. You got to have hands more so than having speed.
Facts. Yep. That is very Mark. You wanted to elaborate on that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I love that Cephas pick in the 5th round. I actually predicted that pick to a buddy of mine as it was going on. I go, they're going to take that Cephas kid, and bam, they took him. That kid runs routes or already as a professional. And and I remember Jeff Okudah coming out and saying that he was the toughest guy that he went up against in the Big Ten. So that's really impressive there, man. And this is the second video now with Cephas, I believe, because he was already working out with Stafford. He was already working out with Stafford too. Yes, so he's getting around, man, and he's showing out. He's showing everybody that he's serious about the NFL, man. I love it, man.
And you know he's a late round pick, and so that is automatic chip on the shoulder. I think anything, especially every guy wants to go in the 1st round. Every guy wants to go as high as possible, and when you don't, and you feel like you should have, then you're gonna have something to say about that.
Yeah, imagine.
Absolutely.
Hey, fellas, imagine about how you think the undrafted guys feel. They have a chip on their shoulder when you're trying to get into the league and you don't get selected at all, and then you come in and start balling out, and they're like, man, who the heck is this kid?
Yeah.
That's what you want them to say about you. Like, man, we should have signed this guy. Why didn't nobody scout this guy better? That's what you want them to say.
Yeah, I know those guys gotta have, kind of like Antonio Brown, the late round, and he went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but he's
coming back.
Thank you, Vontez Burflick.
Right.
Come on, man.
We don't too early.
It's too early, bro. I mean, come on, man.
It might have had a little bit something to do with it, though. Maybe,
right. A little something.
It could have. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, because I think we got some ladies in here. We are going to start taking questions from the audience. And I think Kool-Aid and Cornbread had one early on. Please put ISN question and then you can put it at the panel or whatever. Kool-Aid and Corp. Go ahead, Trav.
Oh, I do want to say this.
Yes.
Keep an eye out on Marvin Jones Jr. though. He has a cap hit of $9,183,334.
Okay.
His dead cap this year is $2,683,334.
So what are you saying? You said all that to say what? What are you trying to say, brother?
If he doesn't perform, he could be out of here or a trade.
Yeah. We've been hearing his name.
Casualty.
Yeah. We've been hearing his name rumbling to me for the last couple of years. His name has been thrown up a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, yeesh.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So, and Kasifas be about to take his place, maybe?
I mean, they kind of drafted him to be a starter somewhere. Now, whether he does that, that remains on how well he can get this playbook under wraps.
Yeah, preseason. We're going to see. Yeah, preseason is definitely going to be an opportunity for Cephas to really show his stuff because he's going to get a lot of player time.
Absolutely. Yes. And I'm glad you brought that up, TA, because we have 100 days to the NFL season. Travis, what do we got, man? 60 some odd days into the Hall of Fame game, right?
Yep, 63 days, I believe it is.
63 days.
It's already coming up.
Yeah,
it's already. What'd you say, Mark?
Yeah, man.
Already moving. Yep.
Definitely come over I'm going to do a shameless plug right now. Definitely come over. I do already have that stream set up, so
yeah, I know.
I got the Hall of Fame game.
I noticed it. I saw it.
Man, look, I put mine up too because I said, man, I'll put it up. I'm putting it up. It said,
oh, you're gonna do the Hall of Fame?
No.
Oh.
The first preseason game.
Oh yeah.
So it's 7 days past Travis, and it was like, man, I said I got to put this up because it was something to look forward to. Yeah. I mean, and this is before the madness really broke out with what's going on now. So I'm like, man, so we have 100 days until the NFL kickoff of the regular season. That is amazing. I don't know about you fellas, but time is flying. It's been a miserable year and it needs to be over.
Fact.
But
wow.
We're moving on to the NFL season. Now, we did have a question.
Kool-Aid and cornbread, yeah.
He said, ISN, do you think we will run some sort of speed package where we have Marvin Hall and put Ty Johnson and Jason Huntley as receivers and have them all run go routes? What do you think, Trav?
They don't have the size, but I could kind of see something like that. Jason Huntley is what, 5'8", 5 foot, something like that.
Yeah, 5'8", 5'9", something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, it'd be kind of hard to put a lot of 5 foot guys on as wide receiver, especially when you got guys like
they better be fast like Tyreek Hill.
You got to have like burners, like the fastest man alive type burners. Like John Ross type numbers. But especially because you got to go up against these guys that are like 6 foot, 6'2", 6'3", corners and safeties and things like that. So they could implement like maybe 1 or 2 of them, just not all 3, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It
sounds
sure.
It sounds a little Madden-ish to me. You know,
I was just gonna say that, man. Yeah.
Go ahead, Mark.
I was just gonna say that's something out of a Madden playbook, man. But like, they kind of already do that with Marvin Hall, though, right? They already kind of he's flying
that's
down
like
the field already.
Him.
So that's all they really averaging 37 yards a catch. So
yeah. It was 40. It was 40 at one time.
Almost 40. Man.
It was 40.
Okay.
Yep. And then he caught one shorter than 40, and then it went down to 37.
It was 4A.
It was Forte. Yeah.
Gridiron
Gridiron Yuki, who insists on talking about everybody but the Lions. He says, hashtag ISN, do you think OBJ should go to the Detroit Lions or somewhere else?
No.
No way.
It's only one sound bite for that one. No. Man, are you kidding? He the light-skinned Antonio Brown. Okay,
right.
I don't want nothing to do with OBJ.
The light skin.
Yeah, the light skin. Yeah, I mean he lighter, right? He lighter than Tone. Tone got a little. I mean Antonio got a little. Okay. All right. I'm just saying, man. So yeah, I don't want nothing.
Oh, man.
If you bring drama, I don't want you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want you. Okay?
Too much drama.
Absolutely. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we
guys.
don't want no prima donnas on the team. No.
There's so much talent, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Though. So
Yeah.
much talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just wired differently, man.
Yeah. If he doesn't come with the drama, yes, definitely.
Sure, yeah.
He need the drama at home. Yes, I would definitely take OBJ.
You know what? But maybe if he could have a career in acting. He really could. You know, a show I would see him on, man, Empire. Before Empire went off, he would fit right in with Empire. Put in.
Dang, I was gonna say Dennis the Menace, man.
Dennis, with a slingshot in his back pocket and everything.
He was gonna be causing ruckus, man.
That's it.
Dennis the Menace was a mess. He almost did. I almost didn't want to have kids because of Dennis, man. Back in the day, I'm telling you, man.
Else, man.
He was, man. But
Hey,
Dennis,
Mr. Wilson.
Dennis the Menace, though. Hey, that's
Jeez,
cold.
Wally.
That's cold, TA. Dennis the Menace. Oh Lord. All right, there go Yuki again, since he's the only one dropping questions. He says, ISN, what's your playoff predictions? I don't care that it's early. I need to know. Well, can we get you mean like all 6 on each side or 7 on each side?
Like what
Lord
do you
have mercy. We ain't even went to training camp yet, man.
What's your playoff prediction?
And we about to tell you all 14 teams? Come on,
Oh man, yeah. It's gonna be hard to do that right now.
That
How
is going to
about
be
this? Lions. And on the AFC, Lions.
Hey, because it's kind of crazy though, because every season is a different season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, some of the teams that was bad last year, sometimes they end up being good the following year. So I hope that's for us, the Lions. Get it? Y'all get that? Lions.
Oh yeah, man. Like, we got to be part of that turnstile, man. We got to be the ones that go up now. Yeah, it's our turn, man. It's our turn,
man. Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely.
I definitely. Why not, guys? Why not? Why can't it be us? Why not?
Because it's the Lions.
Yeah.
That's literally the only answer. It's just because it's the Lions. That's crazy. Look at Shane. Shane says, ISN, Derek, I love you and Travis. Well, we appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
And we love you. We appreciate that. You love, what is that song used to go? I love you.
You love
me. We one big happy family.
I hated Barney. I hated
Barney. Yeah, Barney.
Yeah, I hated Barney, but I love
Hey,
you.
boys and girls.
That dude was creepy. Barney was a creep, man. He was a creep.
Very much so.
He was a creep. Jorge says, question for panel, do you really want AB in your house regardless of talent?
No.
No.
Well, no, but he's supposedly working with Deion right now, Deion Sanders, and Deion's trying to get him right.
Yeah.
Really?
So, yeah.
Deion Sanders vouch for him, though. Would Deion Sanders vouch for AB?
Oh, he's trying to get him back in the NFL, Deion. He's definitely trying to get him back in the NFL.
If it's anybody that can get you back, it is prime time.
It's prime time, yes.
Prime
100.
time can get you back. Facts.
Yeah,
Yep.
he got a lot of stuff to work out before he gets back in, though.
And it's
100,
all in his
100.
head. It's all in his head, man. He got to get that. He's got to get right. I would
Plus
love
all
to
the
see.
legal issues too. He got to
Yeah,
get.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think any team in the NFL would take AB. You know what I'm saying? But which AB are you getting? Are you getting the AB that's crazy, or are you getting the AB that's going to be out there slicing and dicing? Which one you getting?
Right.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about mumble rap, go check out that guy's videos.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
No. I'll take
Dude,
a pass
bad.
on that. I'll take a pass on that. I've seen him rap.
Yeah, it's
Man,
bad.
It is
It's
super
so bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. Not everybody's y'all. I know y'all talk about Will Smith, but Will got some bars, man. Don't disrespect Will.
I love Will Smith.
But Tonio, no, man. He need to fall back on that.
Yeah.
He now this one for Mark right here. West Branch Ball says, ISN, what would we expect from the Tigers if baseball returns? Taking it to the Diamonds.
Well, okay. Well, they actually got some meetings coming up on June 10th. So the season's in a lot of trouble if they don't decide something real quick in the next week or so. But with the Tigers, I don't expect anything really. I don't really expect anything really, man. They're going to be a bad baseball team again. And I do love their future pitching staff. Their pitching staff is going to be lights out, man. They got some really, really good hurlers in there. So but they just got to work on their hitting, man. That's all they got to work on.
Why you need to subscribe to this man, Mark ORUM'S Forum. Congratulations, Mark, on 200 subs, man. So that's
Thank
a
you,
big
guys.
achievement, man.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Mark.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Congrats, Mark.
Mark
Thank
is doing
you.
his breakdowns over there. Make sure you sub. Link is in the description. He's going to be talking baseball as well. And I think they're going to be terrible, fellas, if we get a season. I did see that it's a little something going on like with the proposed 50-game season. And I'm like, I wouldn't even know how to react to a 50-game baseball season. Like,
It'd be about time. They need to. You'll get better quality baseball.
They have to do something. They have to do something because they're going to lose a lot of fans if they don't play this year.
They said that 40% of revenue comes from fans, I think.
Oh, yes.
So,
It's going to be disastrous if they don't get back on the ball diamond. They have to play this year. I don't care if it's 30 games. They have to do. I don't care about no asterisks or nothing. They have to play baseball this year. It has to happen, boys.
Yeah, but you know what, guys? That's going to be tough. That asterisk is going to be tough for a lot of teams. You know what I'm saying? How would y'all feel if the Lions won the Super Bowl with an asterisk? Let's be real. The Lions win a Super Bowl with an asterisk. How would y'all feel?
Happy.
I don't care.
The Lions.
No, I don't care.
We're going to tear this place up, man.
Wait, y'all, are y'all serious? Y'all serious right now? The
Lions.
What do you mean? Like, what's the situation?
We got a Super Bowl. They can't take the Super Bowl away.
Okay. Right. So wait a minute. Okay, fellas, I'm disappointed in y'all. Y'all would settle for y'all be okay with an asterisk Super Bowl?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Put it in the chat
for the
right
Lions.
now.
Anything.
Put it in the chat right now. If you're Lions fans or you're a team of any fan, but it got to be the Lions for this occasion. How would you feel with it, man? Come on, y'all. An asterisk Super Bowl? Yes. No, man.
Anything.
That's terrible.
Something.
The one Super Bowl we win is an asterisk, y'all. That's what we gonna. Oh, wow.
I mean,
then we just win it again the next year when we get to the regular season.
Right.
Exactly.
That's it.
That is.
We'll go back-to-back years.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Wow. Well, that's insane. Antonio Hightower. But before we do that, I'm gonna get to you, Kool-Aid and Cornbread. He says Will Smith and Barr should never be used in the same sentence.
Man, see, he don't know, man. He don't know about Big Willie.
He don't
style,
know.
Man.
See, that's them young boys for you. That's them young boys. Let me tell you something, young boy. This man is the first rapper to win a Grammy. Okay, so I don't care. And then on top, have you heard Will Rack? Come on, man. See, y'all think it's bubblegum and popcorn because the man. Hey, y'all remember you saw my blinker. Stop playing, okay? Y'all doing my man Will Smith like that. That's terrible. All right, Kool-Aid and Cornbread, he had a question, and I lost it. I got distracted. Oh, he says, ISN question. I have never had a second team to pull for. I kind of like Arizona this year, though. Do any of you have a second team? Well, that's perfect for Travis and TA.
Yeah. Okay, I go first, then I'll let Trox go.
No,
hey,
go ahead, TA.
I live in Arizona, Kool-Aid and Cornbread, so definitely, man, I rock with the Cardinals, and yeah, man, it's I think it's cool, man, to have another team. It's 30-something teams in the NFL. Why not have another team to root for, especially if your boys are not going to be able to make it in there? And I rock with the Arizona Cardinals. So anytime they go against the Lions, I am going to rock with the Lions. But I do rock with the Arizona Cardinals. I do like them as well. So I do talk about them as well. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you have not. Kool-Aid and Cornbread.
Yeah, I think Kool-Aid and Cornbread be everywhere, though. Be everywhere. Yeah. Travis, you got a second team as well, don't you?
I do. And I once lived in Arizona, rooted for the Arizona Cardinals as well. They got a very young team, and a lot of people are not talking about them, and for them to be on the Detroit Lions schedule,
yes,
best believe there's going to be some sort of video or something on that matchup because your boy is going to put some respect on the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah,
they are one of the up and coming teams, and so I mean I used to rock with them back in 2006, and I used to go to a lot of games. So
yeah, they had a very good draft too.
Yeah,
they drafted everything that they needed too.
Yeah,
they
got value at every single position that they drafted in.
Yep,
I think they're gonna be a team to watch out for sure. Mark,
Facts.
do you have a second team, man?
Yes, I definitely do, man.
Okay.
man, like I roll with the Giants, man. I'm a big New York Giants fan.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark.
Yeah,
Mark.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Okay,
man.
Mark.
I do. Yeah, Saquon Barkley is definitely one of my favorite running backs. So I rock with you on that, Mark.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
yes,
I'm
man.
sorry, Mark. Hold on, man. I'm sorry. We're gonna get back to you. Who is XO Screens? Who's got the membership
That's
tag?
2K plays.
2K plays. Come on, man. You gotta announce yourself. I was getting excited. It's just 2K.
Brace
All right,
yourself.
2K.
Brace yourself.
Yeah, announce your. I thought I had another one, man. Stop playing with me. Love you, 2K. When did he do that, Travis?
He must have did it just now.
Oh, this clown. This clown. Thank you. Oh, Mark, you were saying New York Giants, man.
Oh, it's all good, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm definitely a Giants fan. I've been rolling with them since LT came in to New York years ago, man. He's one of my he's one of my favorite players, man. So he's my second favorite player next to Barry Sanders. So
Wow.
yeah, man.
Yeah, I think I heard you say that in one of your videos.
Yep. So I really like the New York Giants. I love what they did in the draft this year too, man. They went heavy O-line protecting Danny Dimes there. So
open up holes for Saquon. Yeah,
open up some holes for Saquon, man. They did really well, actually, man. I was surprised Gettleman actually pulled it off because he's a little bit of a doofus, but
yeah, I think doofus is an understatement.
he's just different, man. He's just a different dude. So
he definitely is, man.
Yeah.
Now
man.
let me ask you, Mark. When the Lions played the Giants, who did you go for?
Oh, I go for the Lions all day, baby, all day,
Okay.
all day, with no doubt, man. I've been to Ford Field when the Giants came to town, and oh yeah, I roll with the Detroit Lions for sure.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, that's what's up. Now, me, on the other hand, I kind of don't. I have a second team, but it's not probably as genuine as these gentlemen. My story pretty much is LT of the Lord, I wish it did. The San Diego Chargers at the time. He just
Nice.
I was just like, man, this dude, and I just started liking the Chargers, man, because I loved LT.
Okay.
And then but then when LT left, they weren't the same. You know, they had Sean Merriman when he was there and stuff like that. And they was almost there. They were so close.
Yeah.
But they couldn't get past.
At least they've been though. At least they've been there.
They didn't got further. That's true. But they could not beat Tom Brady to save their life. And I'm so sad that LT never got any. He never got anything. Man, never got a ring. Never came. You know what I'm saying? So it hurts me. But I would have to say the San Diego Chargers. But Antonio is no longer invited on the show, okay? Because he said Antonio Brown is greater than Will Smith in rapping. So he is banned forever.
Oh my God.
That's horrendous. I told you, man, this dude, whatever you say, he was gonna be on the show today. And we was gonna have a hard time with him. But we've been on for about an hour and 45 minutes. TA came straight home from work, hopped on, and he about to drop out. So we're gonna wrap it up, fellas. We appreciate the questions, and we want to give a shout out again to MICROMIKE. Hope you get better, man, and the DERRN, stay safe.
Shout out, guys.
Absolutely. Shout out
to the DERRN.
To the DERRN, yeah. So we're gonna
To the
wrap
DERRN
it up,
too.
fellas.
Stay safe.
Thank you
Stay
guys,
safe.
everybody. So for the final words, Mark Orum, what you got for the people, man?
Yeah, man. Just hit me up on my YouTube channel, man. I'm just trying to do some good quality content for everybody. I'm talking football. I'm hopefully talking Ben. Hit me up, guys. Let's do it.
Okay. His link is in my description as well, along with everyone else at the panel. TROXEL'S Sports Talk, what you got for the people, man?
Well, we do have fantasy football.
Right.
If you haven't checked it out, definitely I can leave my email and you guys can email me and get in. If it gets full, I will open up another league and get you guys in. There will be a prize at the end.
All right.
So definitely come out and check it out. And, we're going to have some fun this year. Let's go. One prize,
Travis,
stand up.
How many we got right now, man?
We got 3 spots open.
Okay. All right. So
I will be opening up another league if we do get booked up.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's get those 3 spots. If you like fantasy football, hop in there. Because Trav, tell the people what we're doing different than they're used to if you play fantasy football.
We will be having what do you call it? Defensive players.
Yeah.
So you'll have 2 linebackers, 2 defensive linemen, and 2 defensive back, plus your team defense and special teams, plus your kicker, and then the usual offensive players as well. So we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'd love to be a part of that if I could, man.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
Mark.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can just Travis tell them how to do it, man.
Yeah. You just email me and I can send you the link. And what do you call it? You could just click the link and hit join.
Just sign up. Okay, perfect.
Yep. I did it yesterday. Very easy. It's super easy if you want to get in.
Oh yeah, I'm in, man. I'm in.
All right, fantastic. All right, TA, what you got for the people, man?
What's up, everybody? Hey, we appreciate everybody for rocking with us tonight. It was definitely another great show. Another thing, guys, make sure you subscribe to every member of the ISN, because definitely we're going to try to bring you some of the hottest content, whether we're talking Lions, NFL, college, whatever. We're definitely going to give you some great content, and make sure you subscribe and have a beautiful night on tonight.
Yes, thank you guys so much. And we're again, man, we're missing 2 members, and we hope that Mike feels better and that the DERRN stays safe, as well as you gentlemen at the table, man. It's a lot of unrest, and we've got to make sure that we keep aware of our surroundings. And I just want you gentlemen to be safe, and everybody out there in the chat and everything like that. So with that being said, thank you guys so much. I don't know where it's going to be on Thursday.
It is going to be on TROXEL'S Sports Talks channel.
Let's go. Okay, TROXEL'S Sports Talks.
All right, let's go Trox.
Hopefully Mike feels better and DERRN can get in. And we will see you guys on Thursday on TROXEL'S Sports Talk.
We will also be having Everything King and that dude live.
Really?
Yes.
I am late to the party, fellas. What is going on? I said my ears was old, but I didn't know they was that bad. Lord
and also, guys, if any of you guys that's in the chat want to come on the show, you're more than welcome definitely to come on to the show and talk football. We can always talk football, NFL, Lions, whatever, your team, whatever. We don't mind talking it, baby. We talk sports, period, over here.
Yeah, and you can't be the dry eyes dude though. If you're the dry eyes guy, we're kicking you off. You can't be like dry eyes. We need some personality, y'all. We've got to have some personality. So with that being said,
you got to get on the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, or at least
Soul Train
for real. Because if you come on and you like, so dry eyes, I'm moving you straight out. We don't need that. We hope we did you proud, MICROMIKE. Feel better, man. And we go right out to the One Pride podcast. And I can't wait, people, because we got something special coming up real soon. Real soon. I can't wait to unveil it. So with that being said, we'll see you guys on TROXEL'S Sports Talk Thursday. Peace out. Everybody stay safe.